So I'm not gonna edit this video. This is just gonna be me talking. So if you don't like these videos, you might as well just go ahead and click off now. We're gonna get right into it, man. I posted this video. Check this out. Today is July 9th of 2025. I posted this video April 17th. I just checked. April 17th of 2022. So a little over 3 years ago, I posted this video. I remember I was like, damn, but I'm really stuck. I'm really feeling messed up. I'm really feeling, fucked up, whatever. And I just came on the camera and I posted that video. I'll leave a link to it if you want to go check it out. But here's the thing, right? 2 days ago, I did something that I'm not particularly proud of. And I know exactly why I did it. I'll tell you why. So, one thing about me is that I don't get very good sleep, right? I suffer from not sleeping very well, and that kind of messes up, a lot of my days and whatnot, workouts, everything. So 2 days ago, I went to three different fast food restaurants, right? For breakfast, lunch, and I guess you could say dinner. But then I ate again when I got home. And it was like, what the fuck? What am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what am I really doing in this situation? I went to Bojangles, I went to KFC, and I went to Zaxby's. I had like a small lunch already packed inside my lunchbox, right? Mind you, this is not a reoccurring thing. This is not something I do every single day. If you don't know, right, I've talked about this in the past. I had to figure this out. I apparently suffer from food addiction, if you will. Listen, just hear me out for a second, bro. Just hear me out. In that video that I talked about, I was like crying and shit like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that here. What I am going to do is I'm going to talk about how I thought I was like completely out the woods, like I was good. I'm walking again, on the track. I'm working out consistently. I'm eating this, I'm eating that, I'm losing the weight, whatever. I realize I'm always like this close to slipping back into darkness, for whatever reason. You see what I'm saying? So I went to those three restaurants because I was literally living off of 4 hours of sleep. I get like maybe 4 hours of sleep per night, maybe 5 if I'm lucky, right? I'm laying down at night. I'm either overthinking or I'm staying up late because, I hate the job that I'm working and I want to get as much stuff done as possible, or I want to enjoy some type of my day. I think it's called like revenge sleep procrastination or some shit like that. And it's like, I want to enjoy my day, man. I just want to have fun. Like I want something to mean something at the end of the day, because I literally just gave my entire day away for money. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I stay up late. I'll probably play Helldivers or whatever for like an hour, and scroll on TikTok. It's mainly scroll on TikTok. That's mainly what I do. I'm either looking for ideas on videos to make, because I post on TikTok like a fool, or I'm just like doom scrolling. And so that kind of sets me up behind. That kind of sets my day up in the rears for the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say this here. When I went to those restaurants, after I had Zaxby's was the last one. After I had the Zaxby's, I was like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck? What am I really doing, bro? I sit here and I tell myself, I'm good. I'm not going to do no stupid shit. I'm not going to overeat this. I'm not going to overeat that and and all this crazy stuff. But then psychologically, I have low willpower when things aren't set up properly, if that makes sense, right? I tend to make really bad decisions, mainly with eating, when things aren't going very well. You see what I'm saying? And I used to be, I'm gonna be completely honest, I used to be so, oh my God, y'all don't understand. I used to be so bad. Like when oh man, things would get tough. Like when 2019, a lot of y'all may not know this about me, but 2019 to this day has been the worst year of my life. Close second is 2015, but 2019 is the worst year of my life because I was smoking a lot of weed. I was smoking a lot of weed. I was drinking. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that shit. Anybody in my family knows I don't do any of those things. But that time frame, man, I was going crazy. I even smoked like 10 grams of weed in one weekend. Like I was going nuts, and I was eating so much food, man. Like just shoveling food. That's like if my last video at the beginning where I said I would go to Cane's, get a Caniac combo, which is their biggest meal, and then get a kids meal, eat the kids meal on the way to my house or my apartment, which was literally, you know, down the road, and then eat the Caniac combo and you know, in private. That was around 2019 where I was like going crazy. So it's like I've gotten a lot better. I have an understanding of what goes on. The reason I'm making this video is because I thought I was completely like away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like completely away from that until I realized you literally are like on autopilot, bro. You're fucking up. Like, what are we? I thought we talked about this. Like, the fuck? And so I had, my job, I drive like at most 3 hours away from the terminal. And then, you know, I got to drive back, of course. They be trying to keep me out. I'd be like, I'm not fucking staying out. You see that bed behind me? I want to sleep on that. Goddamn, I don't want to sleep in no fucking hotel. You know, unless I'm with Shelby. But, the drive back, which was about 2.5 hours, I you know, usually I listen to music or Nephew Tommy prank calls or Nephew Tommy prank calls or some Patrice O'Neal videos. But literally for that entire ride home, I was in silence, right? Listening to the rumble of the truck in the road and just processing what I did. Like really coming to terms with what the fuck. What did we do? I thought we were past this. And I realized, again, you're really only this close to a quote unquote relapse, especially if you don't do the work you need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. So lack of sleep, lack of, production for the next day, lack of preparation for the next day is what I should have said. Lack of focus, lack of discipline, for lack of a better word, setting your things up. Like, I truly believe that when you recover from any type of addiction, and a lot of people are going to be like, food addiction, ha ha ha, but because it doesn't really get like talked about that much, because everybody has to eat. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I was doing some type of hard drug, which not everybody does, they'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. However, a lot of people suffer from this and they may not even know it, because you have to eat, right? You have to eat to live. But the thing is, when you eat to cope, that's when you find yourself in a messed up position. You see what I'm saying? And nobody really talks about it because everybody wants to make jokes about it. Nobody takes it serious. But a lot of people who are overweight, obese, morbidly obese, I promise you, these people are not hungry when they eat, right? The average person probably gets hungry like twice a day, right? So it's like, you sit here and, boy, y'all don't know, boy. Y'all don't understand. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's like, you sit and you eat just because it's there, right? You want to stop, but something is clicking in your brain like, keep doing it. Keep going. Keep eating. Fuck it. You see what I'm saying? And again, you want to stop. You want to stop bad, but you can't, right? And it's just like excuse me. I don't know what I could compare it to right now. I literally just woke up. I'm still hydrating, drinking this goddamn Gatorade. I just brushed my teeth too, so it's like I'm drinking toothpaste flavored Gatorade. Wow. Anyway. A lot of people don't understand because they never really had to go through it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm glad you didn't. I don't want anybody to have to go through something like that. But I lived a very troubled childhood, like a lot of people. But it's like, instead of, you know, cigarettes, beating people up, doing crime, or any dumb shit like that, my coping mechanism was food. It always was. Like, one of the most embarrassing moments of my life is I remember when I was like maybe 13 years old. I was like maybe 13, 14 years old. I was living with my dad at the time, and everybody was sleeping, and his wife, like, my dad don't eat pork, but his wife does. And so I stole some of her bacon. I cooked it on the pan, on like a low heat. I just stayed in the kitchen, and I heard some rumbling going around. I don't know if it was the blinds moving because the AC turned on, or if it was somebody was up, but I took the bacon that was half cooked. I went outside in the front yard, and I just started eating it. Right? Think about what I just said to you. Half cooked bacon. You know how dangerous that is? Not even fully cooked bacon. And I'm outside eating that shit because why not? And mind you, it was like 2 in the morning. It was 2 in the morning. That was one of the most embarrassing parts of this whole process. Bro, I say all this shit to say this, man. I have a newfound understanding, and I have been developing a newfound understanding of life as a whole since I posted this video. The fact of the matter is this. When you go through something, when you go through something and you consistently go through it to the point to where your brain has to adapt to protect itself, because all of this is just your brain trying to protect you from messed up situations, right? You get a quick dopamine hit, right? You get addicted to some shit. It's like, I don't want you to feel no pain. I don't want you to go through this. You got to keep it. It's like when you start working out, you have to put your body through pain to get better through fitness, right? But your brain is like, don't do this. Stop doing this. This is where you get those moments where you don't feel like doing the shit. This is why the majority of the time when you go and work out, you don't feel like doing it, because your body is willing to go, but your brain is still hesitant. Your brain is like, stop. You're hurting yourself. I don't want you to feel pain. But you have to supersede your brain, tell it to shut the fuck up, and go do it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Now, all in all, I had to admit what I did, because y'all know I don't lie, bro. I find it very hard to lie because my conscience will eat me alive. You see what I'm saying? It's like when I stopped posting on Instagram, excuse me, when I stopped posting on Instagram, I lost like 50 pounds, and then I stopped losing weight, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Now, a lot of other people on Instagram and shit keep posting lines to their followers. I can't do that shit, man. I can't. It's not in me. I'm too genuine, I guess. I can't lie about the shit, man. It's hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I tell the truth about everything. I expose most things about myself. Of course, you know, I keep things like super personal things and relationship things. I keep those secret. But everything else, man, it is what it is. Judge me. Fine, here you go. This is what I do. This is who I am. You judging me? You don't like it? Who gives a shit? You like it? What's Al? We good. I don't care about that. What I care about is that a lot more people understand. You are not, bro, listen. Mind you, I said in the beginning, I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to cry, right? This is not a crying matter. I understand this could make people cry when they admit the things that they go through internally. But what I'm here to tell you, bro, is if you go through something like a food addiction, or your coping mechanism is food, or whatever, you're not alone. And it's so cliche to hear that shit, and the older I get, the more I understand cliche things. You're not alone, bro. You're not. You're actually in good company, right? Because I have my moments. I used to struggle very, very mightily. But I have my moments, bro. I swear to God, I'm so much better now than I was 4, 5, 6 years ago. But I do have my moments, man. Like, I'll sit here and eat, and I'll be like, why the fuck did I eat all that food, bro? You know what I mean? Like, am I really... Okay, I ate this food. This food is usually... Like, I got to this point with eating. This is usually a sign that I'm going through something. Let's stop. What am I going through? I didn't sleep very well. I'm upset about my position in life. I feel like I should have been further along in life. I know that if I just fully commit, then I can have everything I want. But that full commitment is so daunting, and it's so it's just gonna take a lot out of me. And you see what I'm saying? These are the things that go on. All right, bet. Let's just chill the fuck out. Sit back, calm down, drink you some water or some toothpaste flavored Gatorade or whatever, and just take a step back. Do you really think this is something for you to overeat about? Do you really think this is something that you can't overcome? Right? If the answer is yes, then we need to have some more conversations. But if the answer is no, just take a step back, bro. Take a step back. You don't even want that fucking food. You don't even want it. Right? You don't even want it. That's just your mind playing tricks on you. Your mind is like, you are either going through something stressful or you're about to go through it. So what we've always done, because your mind is a one-trick pony, what we've always done is this thing. So let's do this because that's gonna make us feel good. Huh? Yeah. No, fuck that. We're switching it up, right? And me coming on here, I know this video is almost 20 minutes long, but I like to fucking talk. If you follow me on TikTok, you should already know that. But you know what I'm saying? I want people to understand, bro. This is serious. It's a very serious thing. However, you're not in this shit alone, bro. People, I'm like the coolest motherfucker on TikTok. I'll tell you that to your face. You think I don't go through shit too? You think I don't have down moments? You think I don't have times where I just don't feel like doing anything? What? You think I'm not perfect? Where fucking Mario had? I'm not perfect, man. I'm top 5, but I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? However, yeah, that's probably just my ego talking. But in all seriousness, man, if you're going through something, it's cool. All right? You can change. You can do this. You can make a difference in your life. You can do right by yourself. All you have to do is, number one, admit that there is a problem. Once you admit there is a problem, we can now go down the list of dealing with it, whether it's a 12-step program, a 10-step program, or identifying the triggers and avoiding potential triggers. You know what I'm saying? All of these things happen, but none of these things can happen, until we realize it is an actual problem. So I just wanted to let y'all know that your boy is out here going through it. Hey, I'm not no special guy. I'm just a motherfucker who understands what life really is, and I take life for what it is and not for what I want it to be. So with that being said, I really hope this video helped some people out. I really hope y'all enjoyed it, because I definitely enjoyed making it. I slept on this and I said, you know what, fuck it. If I feel this way tomorrow, I'm gonna make it. My words are just eluding me. I laid in my bed for like 20 minutes after I woke up, 30 minutes or something, and I was like, all right, let's do it. My hand itching. You know, I was like, damn, let's do it. You know, I still feel this way. I'm gonna make the video. It is what it is. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and remember, you are not going through this by yourself, bro. You're not. We all have problems. A lot of us don't want to admit them. However, your homeboy Abdul, I'll admit it every single time. Sometimes I fuck up. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I get it right. But above all else, we keep going. We keep making progress. And we keep getting messages while we make inspirational videos. I don't know why people do all this shit. Anyway, Vanguard out.